Listen, we want to build a van library in our tiny van.
We know it's a crazy idea, but things are getting out of hand. It all started with a 3-for-1 deal at a charity shop.
How can you say no to 300 pages of escapism for 50p? So we're building a dedicated space just for our books.
And the challenge? We don't exactly have much space to work with.
But we never do. So let's build a van library.
We're Danny and Angela, and we've been living in our tiny home on wheels for the past 3 years, travelling around the UK whilst working full-time from our laptops and having some incredible adventures in between.
We're going to be living in this van whilst we convert our other van. So we really need to sort out our book problem. So here's the plan. We're going to build a library right there.
We're going to design something that fits across the bottom of the bed, which sounds small, but in van real estate, that's pretty huge. We did used to have a screen there, but we've stopped watching TV as much, and so we removed it. This was hatefully ripped from our wall, and now we've been staring at an ugly white wall for the past 2 years. Talking of ugly, I should probably address this now. Don't worry, I have noticed that the right side of my face is double its normal size. That's just because I had some minor dental surgery yesterday, but don't worry, I'll keep you on my good side. I could also do this.
Extra love in the comments for Angela making this momentous effort today. Alright, so back to the plan. The goal is, we still want it to match the rest of the interior of this van,
which was not ever library themed.
What we're going to do is we're going to frame out the front to give it some bookshelf vibes.
And we're going to be adding some lights that are also dimmable and have a switch right by the bed. We're also going to be using pretty much leftovers the whole way through.
We've managed to get our hands on some really good quality pallets that we're going to take apart and jazz up.
We love the idea of using pallet wood because A, it's really good if you're working on a budget, which we are. We're saving up. We can't be spending any money really on this, although I'm almost certain we will end up spending some money on this. And B, it's just really good for the planet to be using old materials.
But there is one thing we haven't quite agreed on yet.
The speakers. We never use those speakers. We use our portable speaker more than we use those.
I haven't seen any vans with built-in speakers. That's so cool.
We haven't seen any vans with a library in it either. That's so cool.
We need to solve this.
Okay, now we've solved that like normal adults. The build starts now.
Ready? I think so. Now that's done, I need to figure out how to get these nails out without a hammer. It does not want to come out. Okay, don't saw there.
So while Danny does that, I've got my own separate boring task to do. When we upgraded our plumbing and underslung our grey water tank, we removed all the pipes from this cupboard. And we also removed something really important, the pee trap.
We're just going to get rid of that.
And that's basically what stops the smelly odours coming up from the tank into the van. We can't actually claim that we didn't know this because all of you told us in the comments. It wasn't a problem, and now it is, so we're listening and I'm gonna get it done. So what are we going to do with all this extra space in the cupboard? Well, leave it with me. I have a few ideas.
So I only managed to get 6 full lengths because the nails wouldn't come out of a lot of them. So all of the pieces of wood that the nails wouldn't come out of, I have just cut the nails off and just made some smaller lengths, which should still be useful for the build. Next thing to do is I need to sand these. I did it, and I've had a lot of fun doing this as well. So I've sanded what I think is all of the pieces that we're going to need for the library. These are going to be for the base that the books rest on. These end pieces are for the sides, and that's going to hang down from the existing shelf that is already there. So the next thing that I need to do is I need to cut all of these pieces to size, and then I can do a bit of a dry fit in the van and see how it looks before we get to painting and finishing and all the rest of it.
I'm just sanding away all of the sticky left from the cable tidy channel thing. I use a knife. And I'm using this to sand it down a bit. I'm going to fill the couple of holes that are left from when we had the screen up, and then I'll sand it down again, and then we'll be ready for painting. Just use one of our kitchen knives to unblock the wood filler and then also apply it. And I was thinking, I'll just clean it and Danny won't see, but she will see because of this. Good as new.
Test fit.
Now I need to sand it. And then paint it. I've finished painting the first coat. It looks awful. I've made a right pig's ear of it, so probably gonna have to go back over it and try and make it look better. While I've been doing that, Danny's been looking at how to make a bookend that also clamps the books together. So we saw this idea, first of all, on this Instagram page, which was genius. So we're trying to replicate it. We're trying to essentially use this knob, little cupboard handle, to tighten and loosen as we want to move the bookend away from the books and clamp it back onto the books.
I just turned around and this is what I saw. You okay in there, sweetie?
I'm not having fun. I want this to be over.
The shelving was very exciting, and it's really solid as well. Like, you can shake it and the van shakes at the same time, so that's the ultimate test. You've got a really cool job to do now.
We really need a light. So today I'm going to play with something a little bit more complicated than the last bit of electrics that I did. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a dimmable switch as well as 2 strips of LEDs, one on the bookshelf and one behind us at the top of the bed.
It's going to completely transform it. I'm really excited.
This is the LED strip that I'm going to use, and I can essentially cut that along those pink bits. I can cut that and have 2 strips that I'll then wire to the switch, and from the switch I'll wire in the power. This is the switch. So the idea is that, well, we haven't got a lot of room, so I'm going to have to put it in the shelf where we used to store our books, but obviously now we have a new place for them. That should be it. It should be that easy. The LEDs themselves have a adhesive strip on the back, so they just stick on. So this should be really simple. Let's see. I've been defeated. I don't have the connectors that I need. It's 6:30 and we need to drive down to Devon. So we're going to have to pick this up tomorrow.
We're back.
And it turns out that any small DIY job that we start turns into a big DIY job. I don't think we mentioned that the barn we were in is going to be the barn where we're doing our conversion. So we were just there taking some measurements and we decided while we were there, let's test out the space with a DIY job. We were hoping we were going to get it finished, but obviously that's not happened. So we're currently at our house sit. We are parked up right by the river.
First thing I need to do is cut the trim. I've got some ready-made trim that is actually really, really nice and it's going to look great. I'm very excited to get it up there. And then we'll be doing some surprise finishing touches. I also need to cut a 45-degree angle by eye with a jewellery saw.
Okay, so I've finished the wiring. Well, I've done as much as I can with my limited skills. I've tried to make it as tidy as possible, but there are a couple of bits that I wasn't able to tuck behind any shelves without doing some major surgery. So it looks pretty okay, but that's as best as I can do, basically. And now I think we're ready for the trim. Before we show you the final result of our van library, we should give you a couple of book recommendations.
Yes.
Okay, so here's 3. We'll give you a 1-sentence pitch on each book. First book, There Are Rivers in the Sky by Elif Shafak. Beautifully interwoven stories across 3 different eras, all connected by water.
Book number 2, Betty by Tiffany McDaniel. This is a beautiful and poetic book about a Native American mixed family growing up in 1950s Ohio, and it is honestly one of the most moving reads. Highly recommend.
Third book, Cantoras. This is about a group of secret lesbians living in a taboo Hunda-controlled Paraguay in the 70s. It's sexy, it's adventurous, and it's heartfelt. I don't think we realised how ugly it was before.
It was so ugly.
We've literally been looking at like holes in the ply.
I'm so glad that we did this.
cover it. We're so happy with it.
Yeah, really, really happy. And we've driven and it stays there.
So for a project that was using recycled materials in a tiny, tiny space, trying to fit all those books, I think we've done pretty well.
I think we've done amazing.
We're also counting this as a bit of training or warming up again before our next conversion. So there's a few things that we're definitely going to take away as learning. Like for me, when you're drilling a hole through a piece of ply, tape it up. Otherwise, you're just going to batter it from the other side.
I have learnt that when ordering tools online, to check what size they are so you don't end up with a mini crowbar like I did.
So you might have been wondering what I was doing upside down in the cupboard and whether or not I actually decided to create a reptile terrarium, a mini mushroom farm, or a vending machine. The answer is none of those. Surprise, surprise. But we did have a secret little project that we completed under there. And if you do want to find out what it is, we have uploaded the full video on Patreon, so head over there and check it out.
Thank you so much for watching. We really hope that you enjoyed this video. It means so much to us that you stuck around right till the end. And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.